What remains of Edith Finch? So, I've heard a lot of good things about this game, but not a lot of specific things. Just that it's good and I should check it out. So, it's been out for a pretty long time, and I haven't done it yet. So I'm now trying to make up for that sore lack in my experience. Okay, so I'm sitting some kind of ferry, I presume. Sitting on a bench. I got flowers in my lap, and a journal belonging to Edith Finch. Okay, do I have... What kind of control do I have here?
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
I had to move the mouse to turn that page, which was interesting. Alright, so I'm reminiscing with the journal. So we're going to be spending some time in my head.
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
Alright, I'm seeing some pretty bad performance on XSplit right now. Are you guys seeing the same thing? Because if this is not going to be performant, then we don't need to play it right now. Let me see if I can... Oh, everything's like ultra quality. Let's try to take this stuff down, see if that makes a difference. Take it down to medium. That looks like that might be performing a little bit better. You know, when I'm playing on PC, definitely like very, the more indie the game, the less demanding it is on my computer, the better off things go. Or, I should start buying more games on console these days, because, my Elgato obviously is just processing a video signal. It's not trying to run an entire game. So that sometimes goes a little bit better.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
Nice. So yeah, each time I interact with something, I have to grab it and physically move it with my mouse.
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
Oh.
In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
I saw the path less traveled by. I'm not sure if I was supposed to go this way.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to. The woods around the house have always been uncomfortably silent. As if they're about to say something, but never do.
Oh, interesting. I wasn't looking at that line when it started speaking, and it grabbed my camera and pointed it at the line, so that it wouldn't ever be off camera. So it seems like if I'm just moving towards the house, looking in the direction you expect me to, I might not ever feel, like they're grabbing the camera and making me look at things.
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
Yeah, like if I had just steadfastly refused to look at that house, I probably would have grabbed the camera and pointed at the line. So Kizzy K-Man actually is from New York and
the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words.
Is recognizing things like the ferry being something that you'd see in the Northeast.
Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
Okay, should I be afraid of the house? Is this going to be like Gone Home where, oh hey, a ramp. Okay, so somebody modified the house to accommodate a wheelchair. But is this going to be like Gone Home, where I spend the whole time thinking I should be scared and actually I shouldn't?
I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't. Looking in, I felt like the house itself had been waiting for me.
It's weird having to move my hand with the mouse. It's not like it can move in, a full two-dimensional plane the way that, you expect things controlled with a mouse to do. Was there anything over here I could unlock? It's just going to move along one axis. Oh, as I approach this, I get lower. It's interesting,
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
The subtle ways that they sort of shape your behavior. They just sort of guide you into things like that doggy door.
For the first time in years.
The game is just subtly trying to nudge me and direct me. This is actually... I feel like this game is the kind of game you want to play if you want to sort of be thinking about how to guide a player's eye, how to sort of direct them subtly so they don't feel like they're being directed.
I felt like I was home. But instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
What if I hadn't gone that way? Would that line have showed up somewhere else? This is really fascinating.
Still a wreck from the night we left. It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
Wow.
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth.
That's an image I don't necessarily need to think about. There are people who experience weird visual hallucinations. And one of the hallucinations that they see is people, like they'll see a person that isn't there, and the person's eyes and teeth will be much larger than they're supposed to. And this is actually a really common hallucination that it makes scientists believe that there's something to that particular configuration of a face. Like maybe it represents the overemphasis that our brain puts on the eyes and mouth when identifying a face. Anyway, it sounds horrifying, and I'm glad that I don't suffer from that.
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
Okay, this person's life is just full of tragedy. And what is... Why is this door sealed? Okay, but that is a cool bookshelf. I mean, maybe it should be more organized, but that's just a cool piece of art. Wow. Tasting Thailand. Okay, so do I want to go downstairs? I guess upstairs. I want to go upstairs.
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Great. So I'm going to be peeping through holes, huh? Being terrified of what's in the room. So,
The
okay.
last time I was in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait.
So, wait, the doors are...
My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin.
What do you mean, sharing a room with his dead brother? What does that mean? And, like, so they sealed up these doors, put peepholes in them, and then the names of people who live there who are dead? What is this place? Who are these people?
As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
Well, at least she's as freaked out by these people as I am. Okay, let's look here first. Molly, also dead.
Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with. If she hadn't died in 1947.
So when someone dies in this family, they just seal their bedroom up and use it as a gravestone?
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
Whoa, okay. So we got a train car and whales and things. This is kind of a cool room.
Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
Oh, is that what this is for?
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets.
What is this?
Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
Figuring out how to move the mouse is always interesting. Oh, they broke the text as I passed through it. That's pretty cool.
Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan. From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
Right, so it seems like sometimes they trigger the text based on where you go, and then they force you to look at it. And sometimes they wait for you to look at something and then show you the text when you look. I want to just have like 2 parallel builds of this game running and like do the opposite. Like do something in one version of the game and then do the opposite somewhere else to see what happens.
But I had no idea what was behind that door. Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
Yeah, I don't know where it's gonna lead. Some kind of starfish we are cutting. Okay. December 1947.
I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole.
Okay, yeah. Did I look at this room before?
Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
I'm really fascinated by how all this text works. Is there something to interact with in here? Oh, hello.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner.
Oh my gosh.
I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
Are we gonna eat our pet?
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
What? Okay, so we're 2 flashbacks deep now. It's 1947. I'm stuck in my room eating gerbil food?
Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
Alright. So the stuff in this room hasn't changed since this day, it looks like. At least not much.
My Halloween candy was all gone.
So I'll just note that I ate a carrot that had poop next to it, and I feel like I'm gonna die. Like if this girl died in 1947, it was because she ate poop carrots.
I kept eating and eating.
What is up with this child's life?
I ate a lot of things that night.
Are those even real? I guess it's 1947, they might be. I am so short right now.
Then I heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her.
Am I
And
gonna...
suddenly,
Eat the barn swallow?
I was a cat.
What? What is
I
happening?
tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
What is even... Where'd you go now? Up there? Alright. So there's no, like, platforming challenge here. I'm just pointing at places I want to go and I'm clicking. And then the character's dealing with
I
it
jumped and I
itself.
almost got her. I could tell she was getting really tired.
Where'd she go now? Oh, there she is.
Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird.
So, are these like pre-scripted jumps, or are they like... Did they make an entire system for just helping me jump from place to place
gobbled
as
her
needed?
And suddenly, I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
Where in the grass? I mean, I'm just gonna totally go with this, right? Like...
Rabbits.
Oh, okay.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger.
I don't know what's going on. Oh, Batcat, sorry I missed your suggestion to eat the starfish.
A mama rabbit.
Mama, why am I eating... I'm eating mothers. I killed a mama
She was
bird,
almost too big to carry.
and now I'm...
I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating.
This is interesting.
I was a shark.
I expected to be a shark in the ocean, not just a shark rolling down a hill. What is happening?
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever.
All right. Following a little trail of bubbles there, I guess.
I wanted fat, juicy seals.
Like this seal.
I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
What is happening? Am I... Oh. I mean, there aren't a lot of games that allow you to be a cat, an owl, and a shark. Oh, there it is. I smell the blood. I can smell your blood. Come here, little seal. You... Hey, where'd you go? Where'd you go? It's like a whole seal chasing mechanic in this game. Thought I was getting it, but it kind of accelerated away real quick. Gonna get lost in the kelp. Oh, there you go. There you are. I got you. You can almost hear kind of some Jaws music going on in the background.
Tight. When I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
Am I on the ferry? What is that? Am I some kind of... What am I? Okay, so I'm... Okay, so I can move this tentacle with WASD. And then I pull myself to it with the mouse button. Oh, figuring out how to navigate with this thing is crazy.
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
Alright. Alright. Trying to figure out someplace I can go. This seems like a wall. Merry Christmas, everybody. So, oh, maybe I can go underneath this. I am some kind of horrid
I was big,
thing.
and I moved real quiet.
Part of me almost expects that I'm going to catch up with my original self from the first scene because I'm on the ferry, but it's nighttime and that started the day. So now what? Okay, oh, so I ate that guy, I guess. It Came Upon a Midnight Clear is the perfect song. This guy's singing that song from Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Okay, so am I supposed to eat this man? Doesn't look like there's anything I can do with him. Unless I was just at the wrong angle or something. There we go. Alright. Somehow it didn't work the first time. Probably because I was just in the wrong perspective. Alright, so I ate that man. Yep, Devil Saint, I am a tentacle monster.
After the last passenger, I was still hungry. And to cross the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it.
What is going on?
I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
So now I'm moving differently. I'm just sliding forward constantly. Or just, I guess I'm just sliding forward as I move forward. I'm just staying with the tentacle instead of slopping around with it. Am I coming up through the toilet? I'm gross.
I got closer and closer.
Is this my room? That's the toilet in my room. Am I gonna eat myself?
All of my stomach started growling.
Now I'm under my own
Suddenly,
bed?
I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for not going to wait much longer. It needs to be, and we both know I will be delicious.
What is this? What?
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
What? Okay, this game is completely insane. And then she's
I
just
can't
got
describe it, but I felt like some part of Molly was still here.
she's got a pillow, looks like a tentacle monster. I don't even know what that means. Do I want to check out this toilet? Can't. What can I interact with? Here we go. Well, I'm not a cat, so...
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly.
Of course. Alright.
I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room. Her room was like a museum.
What is this gonna be?
For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune. And misfortune.
Wait, Norway? Are we in Norway?
Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse. His wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind.
What?
But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea.
What?
Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery.
Huh.
His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
That guy's a fake beard. Okay, how do I... Hit escape? Okay, cool. No, not escape. Do I... Okay, I back away with S. Alright. Trying to figure out how to get out of that.
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
Okay, so Edith, is that me? So am I Edith up here at the top? Molly is my, what? Great aunt or something? Just a cousin that's distant? But we're all descended from Odin. Okay, so the bottom of this is the elderly folks. Alright. I have to, like, pick up my mouse and drag it across the mouse pad in order to close this book. Whoever painted all the murals in this house is pretty cool.
When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
Okay.
Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
Oh my gosh, this is my grandmother's bathroom.
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom.
Seriously, my grandmother has this exact bathroom.
It was
Holy
a
crap.
pretty big trace.
Yeah, no, this is a very powerful creative statement that someone can make.
There's a secret secret in this bathroom.
What?
It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
What? See my foot flexing just a little bit? That was...
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
Kesey K-Man is like, this game is weird. Yes. Yes, I think we're all on the same page about this game being weird. Milton. Can't keep track of who's who exactly. This game has definitely taken the Gone Home genre, the walking simulator genre, and taken it to crazy new places. Fort Sam and Fort Calvin. This is one of the rooms I looked into, wasn't it?
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin. And that he never talked about him. I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
What is this?
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it. My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did.
Oh, gosh,
At
what?
Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
What's about to happen?
Calvin, dinner's ready. Coming.
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it.
What?
I told him going around was impossible.
No.
If I
No.
hadn't said that,
What?
Not gonna tell you again.
maybe if the wind hadn't picked up, then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it.
What?
I think he'd already made up his mind.
When is it gonna happen? I thought I'd be dead
That's
by
what I
now.
want to remember about my brother.
He actually...
The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
So you always imagine going around the swing set as a kid. They actually did that in
The story
first
felt
person.
strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
Wow. Okay. I gotta pick up my mouse and close the dang book. Okay. Alright. I mean, this game is just... Is it just
After
gonna
the funeral,
keep being weird?
he roped off Calvin's half of the room.
Oh, wow. I mean, how much weirder can this get? Is my question. I mean, obviously,
Mom said
yeah.
Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
It obviously probably is gonna stay weird. But I'm just like... I just want to keep going. Find out what could possibly be next. What is this? What? That's ridiculous. Did they build this entire house? So it's on a... What a fascinating door.
The passages were a pretty tight fit.
Yeah.
They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Somebody who is very small brought wine in here. Okay, so I can come out here, or I can go here. Okay, so did I just decide which way to go, and I had freedom?
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
Could I have gone somewhere else? Oh, this is so
I
interesting.
never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
What is happening in here? Barb Street. Okay, somebody loves their own name.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up, a has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed.
Wait, did they call
Unfortunately,
conventions
her
cons in
scream hadn't
1960?
aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue.
It's weird seeing my hand in the frame.
She reached for the music box.
Oh, I need to reach for the music box? How do I...
And as she
Round in
found
circles?
it,
Okay.
She listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
So now I'm doing this? Now the game is cel-shaded.
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
Nice. Thank you for filling this room with crap for me to hit. What's going on in here?
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
Ah, what? This is where my dad got hurt. Okay.
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
Oh dear!
Oh dear.
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you...
She threw him out. little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
How do I come up exactly? This guy seems like a bad guy. That isn't where I'm going? Oh, this room.
Walter, are you there?
Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. And he was. He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
Wait, what? What? What's happening? I don't understand.
That night, she played her part beautifully.
Was I just leaving myself behind in the frame so that I could be in the... Wait, I'm in this room again? Okay, I know this room. All right.
Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges grow. He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
I love how they've got Chekhov's roller skate there. Like they set up the roller skate as I was going up the stairs. Yeah, of course he's gone.
Hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
Okay, this chair is the best.
Someone at the door was dying to speak to young Barbara. At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter, hiding under his bed the whole time. They took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box was all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
What?
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
I just don't even know how to react to this game anymore. I'm just like, what is happening right now? Just like, okay, I was wondering if this could get weirder, and yes, it could. Alright, so we did that. I guess we'll go back the other way?
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
A blade of meat shield is comparing this to a mild dose of mushrooms. So I can peek into this room.
Barbara was a child star for 2 years, until America grew out of it.
Oh, interesting. So I might have been able to find this door before seeing that story?
Edie's father, Odin, built the original house.
Oh, this is all stuff that...
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
Alright, so... This is where the guy fell over the railing, landed down below. This was Walter's room, right?
It's funny. All those times I played with the music box and never found the basement key.
Yeah, so that was... I'm just trying to remind myself of all this stuff. So I saw it from this angle first before I went in there. And Walter's room has been all cleared out. What's in here?
A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night.
Whatever that was. Okay, so here's the music box. Here we go. It's interesting how the fantastical versions of this house line up with the real version. It's kind of eerie. Like, wait, these same exact containers of detergent that I was hitting before are there?
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
Making a dragon? Is there blood on that?
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages.
So here's the
I thought
fridge
maybe she was hiding presents.
full of Rick.
It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
I cannot see a thing.
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could. If there's a pattern in all these stories,
Oh, food storage. These guys are Mormons.
I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
So Walter actually lived for a while.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years.
What?
On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I was expected to be dead. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything. Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly.
Oh.
And then one day, everything just stopped. Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid. It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave. Well, I still can.
So how long have I been down here? They said 30 years, but... Huh. No, a blade of meat shield. I do not like peaches. Probably the most horrifying scene in The Road is when they have to eat peaches. You know, some pretty horrifying things happen in The Road.
I know it's out there somewhere.
Canned peaches
Whatever
probably
killed Barbara
the worst of it.
and Molly and Calvin.
I've had this escape
Maybe
plan
this
for a while.
is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me. Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it.
Oh, has this rumbling just been a train going underneath
I'm
the
going
house?
to appreciate all of it, especially the food.
Am I about to get hit by a freaking train?
I don't mind if I only have a year left. Or a month. Or a single week. I'd be happy with one new day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Oh my gosh!
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
Oh wait, so he was born in 52. Barbara died in 60, so he was 8 when Barbara died. And then he lived for another 45 years. 30 of which, so he left and then he came back and spent 30 years in the basement thinking that a train was a monster. And then he got eaten by that monster.
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me. Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter. But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding. I don't want to make the same mistakes she made.
Game's like, don't look at that midden heap. Look at the hole.
Trying to bury something that's still alive. Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe two, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself and found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem.
Batcat says maybe the curse of this family is that they are all bonkers.
Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
Now, there's Walter's headstone, and they've got like a train on it. Like, oh, come on. It's kind of insensitive. And, oh, wait, what? What? Oh, it went around the... Still, that's weird. Wait, we're on an island. We're on an island. Why does it need a train on a rickety old track? And this happened in 2005? What is going on?
I don't know if I should even be writing this.
I think you should be writing more and telling me more of what's going on.
Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me.
Yeah,
But
maybe
I
this
thought
is...
You should know about
oh.
your family.
Maybe this is the hilarious version of the movie Hereditary, which I have not watched and don't intend to watch because it's supposed to be just horrific, and horror movies and I don't get along too well.
And the history you're a part of. Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now. I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
The Blade of Meat Shield is like, they needed a train because trains are cool, obviously. I mean, if you're going to build a house like this, might as well have a train running under it, right?
And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible.
I've got some cool gloves on, I gotta say.
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house? It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one. 3 of the gerbils are mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Oh my gosh. They're called Derpy, Derpy Jr., Burpy, Chirpy, Furpy, Lurpy, and Zerpy. Wow. And these are all dogs, I guess. A bunny, a cat, a fish, a dog with a fancy house.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
Okay, so she's got a star. Walter's got a hole, a tunnel, I guess. Edie's got something. Sven has got a saw. Calvin's got a rocket, so he wanted to fly. Molly's got a sleeping cat monster. Cool.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away.
So some freaked out people in a boat. Somebody who sure he knows what he's doing. So what are the chances that I'm gonna die at the
Her
end of
dad had
this?
been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better.
So I don't think I know much about her brothers yet, do I? They died in what, 77? Oh, after only a year? Wait, about 2 years, I guess. 69 to 82. A teenager? Barely. And Dad died at 33.
She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us.
Oh, okay. Still got a lot of deaths to find out
There's
about.
so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
See, I don't even know if the cemetery is necessary when the house is a shrine to dead people already. I think we have time for one more story.
But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
What? Why are you doing this? Just keeps peppering in little details.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common. They were both pretty intense.
Some kind of bear. Okay, one more story tonight.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged. Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit. Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are.
Aw. You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up. Still freezing, though.
I wonder, am I taking exactly the pictures they wanted me to take? Oh, an old kayak. What else is there? Just wasting film. I feel like I'm missing the point. I mean, this is kind of the only interesting thing in the frame. Did I miss something? I mean, I followed that bird over there. Is there something else I'm supposed to notice and take a picture of? Or is this just the end of the game? You just take pictures forever? I am missing something. There's so much film in this camera. Took a picture of the birds, took a picture of the boat. There's the whole island, I guess. Doesn't seem to be anything worth taking a picture of back here. Yeah, nothing special.
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee.
Hold still up.
Hey!
That's a keeper.
That's what I was supposed to do? Great.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Don. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Don, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years. Don, don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph? Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip. Your grandpa Sven taught us how to fish, how to build a fire.
Dad!
Good eyes, Don. Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of it.
Dad, I...
Just breathe. Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Don, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong. Great
Interesting.
shot, Don. I'm proud of you, Don. Always remember that, okay?
So, I'm starting to see poor performance in my XSplit preview,
Sorry,
but
Don. Just gotta reset the timer.
hopefully this isn't coming through too choppy for you guys. I gotta run up and be with her.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally normal, Don. Just focus on the camera.
Oh my
Try not to
gosh.
think about-
Dad!
This game. That
Of all
whole
these
thing.
stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
Holy crap. Okay, that's a good one to end it on. It's ridiculous. Close, you book. I gotta drag my mouse across the bounce pad like 3 times to get it to close. So yeah, it just saved. I think we're gonna quit for now. But holy crap, this game. Alright, well, that was What Remains of Edith Finch. I'm not sure if I'll finish the game on the stream just because there's still a lot of mysteries, and that game was cool enough that I kind of want people to play it themselves rather than, relying on YouTube videos and stuff. But I'm definitely going to finish it at some point because that was ridiculous. Anyway, we'll wrap up the video here. And I don't know, we'll figure out what to do next.